This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview. Joining us today is Ryan Mee, the CEO of Fulcrum Metals. We're doing a little bit of a special feature series on Fulcrum. A lot has changed since you IPO'd, so we're going to go through a few slides. We've got 4 parts, but first of all, welcome, Ryan. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, and it's always a pleasure to be here talking to you, Mark, about Fulcrum and what we've been up to.
Excellent. Well, we're going to use a few slides to go through. I know that in recent times, of course, the focus of the company has really been going down this tailings route, but this slide here really is going back. It's showing the sort of the journey that Fulcrum came on from when you first came on the market with your exploration projects, notably Big Bear, for example, and as you've moved through the months where things have perhaps evolved. So perhaps just take us through this evolution, because I'm getting the sense that at the start of your journey, tailings and the technology with extract was not even on your radar.
Well, that's right. We listed as a pure exploration company, primarily gold assets in Ontario. What we've actually managed to do since we listed February in 2023, we've actually got 3 parts of the business now. So as you say, we've been out there, we've been aggressively exploring Big Bear. We've identified this exciting gold corridor with drill targets and drill permits. We supplemented that by bringing in the Tully Gold projects, which is in Timmins, world-class, gold camp. And that's now fully permitted. We know where it needs to be drilled. So yeah, we've gone after these in a very aggressive way to get to these points. And also we've got the uranium side of the business. We've done the first pass exploration, found loads and loads of radioactivity. We've got some really good hits on the uranium mineralization. That prompted us to go and expand that portfolio. So we went ahead and done that. Now, we've done that by design because we recognized an opportunity to do that and actually look at a disposal to create some, under inherent value, crystallize some of that value for shareholders. So we're looking at closing that out pretty shortly. And then, towards the end of last year, through this expanding network, we identified a couple of tailings projects that we became really interested in. And through, other, business relationships for, over the last, past decade even, we knew actually who to go to make these projects happen. So we brought the Tech Hughes projects in, and we brought the Silvernight projects in. So that forms the basis of our tailings portfolio. And we've obviously augmented that through these relationships. We brought Extract in as a technology partner. And as you can see there, that very last news item that we kind of put out to the market in June, we've got some extraordinary gold recovery rates using the technology. So, we've been aggressive in nature. We have slightly repositioned the business, but within the same industry. And we've got, 3 key areas of value growth there. But obviously the priority right now is the tailings.
Okay. So you've got the 3 areas there, but is it fair to say that perhaps a business is split into 2? You've got the exploration side and then the tailings side. And how are you perhaps weighting efforts? I'm assuming it's on the tailings side at the moment anyway.
100%. We've got a very valuable exploration portfolio, which we've augmented since we listed. So, we're in the processes of completing the disposal of the uranium portfolio. That will, bring some cash into the business. We'll still retain an interest through equity. And the partners will spend quite a bit of money on those projects to obviously help us realize further value from that. We've got 2 really, really good, valuable gold projects in Ontario, which are drill ready and permitted. So what we look to do is to try and capitalize on that exploration portfolio to the benefit of shareholders. And we're always reviewing that. But the main staple of the business now, which we've developed, is sustainable mining and technology division. So we have these in Kirkland Lake. We've got 2 projects very close together with reported non-compliance, so we need to do a bit of verification as we go through these projects and work them. But around 200,000 ounces of gold, and we've brought in Extract as our technology partner based out of the US. Again, we'll have a good talk about Extract on other bite-sized chunks of what Fulcrum are doing. But this tailings industry in Canada is an immense opportunity. Canada's been mining there for a century or more. There's a lot of tailings for us to look at. It's a multi-billion-dollar tailings market for us to look at. And we feel that through our partners, we're pretty well equipped to go and secure a piece of that for our shareholders.
Okay, good stuff. Well, we will cover a bit more detail the tailings opportunity and, of course, your partners and the technology. But just very briefly, you've got the three partners really. Extract are the technology provider. Bechtel, I think, of the engineering firm who are working with the Extract technology to effectively, then they would build such potential processing plants for tailings. And then TDI are the lab, the testing lab for testing the results. Is that correct? Then, if you can perhaps just go through those three partners quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. So how these all fit together? Extract are it's the technology company. Extract signed an agreement with Bechtel on a global alliance to commercialize this technology globally. TDI is the testing facility, which is it's the only authorized lab to actually use the Extract technology to do all the testing that you need to actually move these tailings projects forward. And obviously we have project agreements with Extract currently, and as you work through those phases, as you do your conceptual studies and designs, plant designs, that's where Bechtel come in. That's where their experience, their major expertise, they're a multi-billion-dollar company, and that's to make sure that you get the correct plant designs, etc. But I don't want to talk too much about that. They're obviously a huge company. And we're very fortunate that through this framework with Extract that we have access to these kinds of companies, because that's what we need.
Okay, excellent. Well, I think in part 2 we're going to be talking more about the tailings opportunity that you've identified here and going into the technology that Extract have developed. But for now, thank you very much, Ryan, for your time.
Thanks for having me, Mark, and I look forward to the next episode. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.